Welcome to the second ever Runiverse Direct, where we'll show you what's coming in the next chapter of Forgotten Runiverse. I'm Helen, Social and Community Lead at Bisonic.
And I'm Marutsuki, Community and Live Ops Manager at Bisonic. We have a great show ahead of us, full of reveals, and at the end of the show, we'll be giving away a Mega Mana draw. One of you will win 250,000 mana. All you have to do to enter is type !mana into the Twitch chat, and we'll be drawing the winner live at the end of the show. For those not on Twitch, we're also giving away 5 settlement land plots.
To enter, post on X with the hashtag Runiverse Direct. It's a social media takeover.
You can let us know what you think about our reveals, or just share your excitement about the giveaways.
Now let's get started, shall we?
For the first time ever in the Runiverse, wizards will fight wizards.
Welcome to a new era of competition, where arenas become battlegrounds, and every duel, every decision, and every drop of quanta is on the line.
PvP in the Runiverse is tactical, real-time, and team-based. Players will face off in formats ranging from 1v1 duels to full 4v4 party clashes. Compete against your fellow wizards to test your builds, strategy, and your party's coordination.
Fights take place in arenas and coliseums scattered across the world. Each one is a live fire arena where players can stake quanta to challenge others and walk away with the spoils if they win.
Our PvP framework is built for intensity, progression, and risks. We support multiple formats, including 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, and of course, 4v4, all governed by a challenge-based entry system. We quanta is staked before each match. Winner takes all.
Let's hear from our creative director, Tanilo, for more details.
Thank you, Helen, for that introduction. I'm happy to be here, and I'm going to dive right in. PvP is one of our new features. It's one of the biggest features that we're adding, and it takes place in 2 different locations, arenas and coliseums. These are new buildings that plot owners will be able to erect on their plots. Arenas and coliseums are a little different from other buildings in that in order to unlock them, you need to buy them first in our in-game store. Once you buy an arena, you can place it in a village plot, and you can upgrade it to increase the number of participants and spectators it can receive. Coliseums, on the other hand, can only be placed in towns and city plots, and they can't be upgraded because they already allow for a massive number of participants and spectators. Our objective with these is, this separation is that arenas, we plan them to be like these local, small, everyday PvP environments where players can go and fight 1 match or 2. And for coliseums, what we envision is for owners to organize larger tournaments and bigger events with rewards and the sort. Those are the buildings, right? Like that's where PvP takes place, but how does the system actually work? Whenever players participate in a PvP match, they'll earn Valor points. And these Valor points are going to allow them to climb through the ranks in a global leaderboard from Initiate to Archmage. We're adding something sweet, I think, to this system is that we're also going to have local leaderboards. So each arena, each coliseum, it's going to have its own leaderboard. So even if you're not the top rank, like the 1% of the 1% in the global leaderboard, you'll be able to say like, oh, I'm the best within my friends in the arena. And I think that's going to generate like a lot of friendly competition. And this was actually inspired in the Pokemon gym system, right? We wanted something where it was like, ooh, I'm the gym leader, right? I'm the arena leader. And then I'm going to duke it out with other arena leaders in the world. Keep in mind that we'll be resetting our ladder every month. What we want is to keep it fresh and open for new challengers. And something to keep in mind is that you will be participating in these matches not only for the glory of the ladder, but also to earn quanta or in-game currency. Players will, every match that you participate in, you'll stake some of your quanta against your opponent, and whoever wins gets the majority of that pool. And then there's a small sliver of that goes to the plot owner. So I think that's great for owners where they'll be incentivized to bring people into their buildings and have matches there because they'll earn a cut of the quanta that is involved there. And in the future, we want to expand this system further. What we want is that players can join in as spectators on these fights and maybe stake quanta for one of the teams, right? Like bet for like their favorite player and their favorite team. To celebrate this new feature, we wanted to do something big, and what we've planned is a large tournament that has a 450,000 pixel prize pool. It's broken down into a first place prize of 250,000, then it's second place 150,000, third place 50,000. The tournament is going to take place over 2 weeks. The first phase of this is that guilds, of which you will talk a little bit more in a bit. Guilds will duke it out in an open qualifier, right? So as I mentioned, we're going to have like a global leaderboard, and the guilds that have like the 8 highest ranked 4v4 teams, they're going to go into a bracketed tournament, and they're going to play quarterfinals, semifinals, finals in best of 3 matches to earn that reward. But the reward is huge because players who participate in the tournament will also be competing for the delegation of a city plot, which is the larger type of plot that we have in the game. So whoever wins the tournament is going to get a city plot delegated that already has a coliseum in it, and they're going to have it for a month. So for a month, the winning team will be able to organize tournaments in that coliseum and organize events and have players participate there. Any quanta that plot generates during that month will go to the guild that delegated it. Oh, and by the way, whenever you participate in a PvP battle, you earn the chance to enter a raffle that will give you massive pixel rewards. I know that was a lot, but I think we've covered enough ground to get you prepared for experiencing PvP in the upcoming release. And I guess that's it. So back to you, Helen and Madam.
Now, who better to wrap up this section of our Direct than Luke and Heidi from the wonderful team over at Pixels? Let's turn it over to them.
Hey everybody, it's Luke and Heidi from the Pixels team. We couldn't be more excited to continue the partnership with the Forgotten Runiverse team.
All the information on the next Pixel Claim event begins right now. Back to you, Runiverse team.
We're rolling out changes to how Pixel is claimed. This time, we're introducing a raffle system, backed by 500,000 pixel.
Here's how it works. Every few days, a new raffle goes live. Contribute 100 million quanta to enter. That quanta is burned permanently, but each contribution earns you 1 raffle ticket. 10 winners will be drawn randomly per raffle. Each prize pool will run between 1,000 pixel and 50,000 pixel.
We're doing this because we want to see players of all types be able to better benefit from the prizes. And as more quanta is entered into the pool, we'll unlock milestone-based prize pool increments. And of course, just like last time, we'll be looking for suspicious activity, and we'll be banning bots from ever entering the raffle. And now, let's talk more about guilds, because they've been a big part of our roadmap since day 1.
Today, we're excited to introduce our guild system, built for community, collaboration, and conquest.
And to talk about guilds, we've asked our head of marketing, Hugo, to tell us more about them.
Hey everyone, Hugo here, head marketing wizard of the Forgotten Runiverse game and the Bisonic team. I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about guilds and how they will be integrated officially into the Runiverse. Guilds are player-created organizations that serve as the backbone of social and economic life in the Runiverse. Anyone can create one, every player can join one, and together, guilds unlock entirely new layers of strategy, rewards, and joint progression. Guilds operate through a role-based system, with guildmasters, officers, members, and initiates. Each role comes with its own set of permissions, from managing members and buildings to leading crafting efforts and coordinating in battle. The social experience is rich and immersive. You'll have access to a dedicated guild chat tab, a player finder to recruit new allies, and customizable nameplate tags that proudly display your guild affiliation wherever you go. But guilds aren't just about chatting and grouping up. They're tied directly to the world's economy and the ownership of land. Plot owners can associate their land with a guild, giving all guild members builder permissions. That means shared control, shared progress, and shared quanta. Earnings generated from that land can be split among guild roles, with guild masters deciding how quanta is distributed. Whether you're rewarding the top crafters, elite fighters, or community leaders, the power is in your hands. As members participate in activities across the game, whether it's crafting, building, rolling the gacha, the fauna memory, or fighting in dungeons, they generate guild XP. That XP levels up the guild itself, unlocking higher member caps and access to more plots and exclusive perks. Guilds also compete on leaderboards, globally ranked by XP, kills, and progress. Every action counts, and every player helps shape the legacy of their guild. Whether you're in it for power, profit, or pure camaraderie, guilds are here to define the next era of Forgotten Runiverse. So rally your allies and conquer those leaderboards. Make the Runiverse know your name. And your guilds.
As always, lore is at the core, and that shines in this update. We've been reading your stories and following your favorite characters from the Forgotten Runes Wizards cult. And in this update, we're bringing even more of them into the Runiverse.
To give you a glimpse of what's ahead, here's Elf J. Troll, lore keeper and co-founder of the Forgotten Runes Wizards cult.
As our community members know, lore is at the core of everything we do at Forgotten Runiverse. Part of our mission is to create a world that is built not by a singular creative authority, but by an entire community of creators. And what's really fun is when those creative contributions appear in other media expressions, like a comic book or trading cards or a video game. So this is one area that I've been putting more of my focus lately, making sure that more community contributions are appearing in the Forgotten Runiverse game. I've been talking to the Loracle, I've been deep diving the Wikipedia, and I've been, of course, pulling from the Book of Lore itself to make sure that more of your creations are put into the game. And honestly, it's the most fun part of my job. So one place you'll be seeing this is in the dungeon storyline. The dungeons will feature more monsters from Runes TCG, for example, more characters from the collection, and of course more stories from the Book of Lore. In the game you'll also see more Easter eggs, such as Two Crows Bazaar and the Shroom Shack, and maybe even some statues honoring wizards or prominent cult members from the community. The main game storyline will also align more with traditional Forgotten Runes Wizards cult, with stories based on all of the token events that Magic Machine has rolled out over the years. You might even see a wild bread friend running around.
With every update, the Runiverse not only expands for existing wizards, but becomes more welcoming to novices. We have improvements coming to make those first steps through the rift a bit easier. After all, traveling between dimensions is hard enough on its own. Arming you with better maps and quest guides is the least we in George of Dreams could do to help.
The Quantum Shadow has been pushed back to reveal new wild areas for players to explore, filled with fresh challenges, hidden rewards, and untamed terrain. And for all of our dungeon crawlers, dungeons now feature more random encounters, new enemy types, and secrets waiting to be uncovered. With the Quantum Shadow being pushed back, there's even more to see, more to fight, and more to discover than ever before.
With all these new areas to explore, it's a good thing navigation's getting a major upgrade. We've completely redesigned the in-game map to feel more like Google Maps in the Runiverse. You can search for specific plots, materials, enemy encounters, and more. It's faster and built to help you navigate the world with precision. Whether you're hunting resources or scouting your next battle, the new map will help you on your journey.
We've also overhauled the questing experience to make it faster, clearer, and more familiar to MMO players. Quests now display your objectives, just like you'd expect, with a clean interface, clear progress tracking, and a new in-game HUD elements. And to make things smoother, we've added waypoints. These will help guide players to quest locations, so that you can spend less time guessing and more time adventuring. Additional quality of life and performance upgrades are coming soon, and we'll continue to polish interfaces to address feedback that we've received during this early access period.
Let's turn it over to Bisonic's Chief Product Officer, Bruce, for more details.
Thanks, Helen. The Runiverse economy is evolving. Based on feedback from players, we're making a number of changes to make the economy more robust and fair and more accessible overall for more players. We've heard the players, and there's been complaints about just a few plots dominating the entire economy. This is not what we want. Our goal is that there is a fair distribution of the economy across many plots that allows settlement owners, town owners, and village owners, and everyone that's playing the game to fully participate. In order to accomplish that, we're introducing an energy system. Every plot has an amount of energy that will refill every 4 hours. And when players perform an action on the plot, like crafting or inscribing, that will reduce the amount of energy remaining. Players can reduce those costs by infusing the plots, or when they run out of energy, they can pay mana to replenish the energy on the plot. Or of course, they can wait those 4 hours for the energy to refill for free. What this does is it allows us to distribute the production across all of the plots in a more fair way. Overall, we hope these changes produce a fairer economy with more players able to fully participate. We've heard feedback that drops are not rewarding enough in dungeons. You'll play through a dungeon for several hours and you might only get a couple recipes. We're introducing an energy system to address this, the rest system. And what this energy system allows us to do is it allows us to balance the drop rate so that drops are more rewarding for casual players, but still work for hardcore players. So how this works is every day players will regenerate a certain amount of rest. And when players do actions like dying in a battle or gathering, all of those actions, they'll reduce the rest. And players will have several different rest states. They'll start fully refreshed in the well-rested state. And in the well-rested state, you get bonuses to experience gain, you get bonuses to drop rate. After you continue performing actions and losing rest, you drop down to a rested state. In that state, there's no penalties, but there's no big bonuses either. And then once you keep performing actions, once you grind really, really a lot, then you'll start dropping into tired and exhausted states where there's actually penalties to drop rates, penalties to quanta gain. This system is intended to reduce excessive grinding and botting. Rest regenerates over time, but you have a lot of options to improve that. If you build a large house, when you log out in that house, you're going to regenerate rest a lot faster than if you were not logged out in a house. And then if you log out in a small house, you're also going to regenerate rest faster than if you didn't log out in a house at all. And beyond that, you can decorate the houses, and decorations will now have a new attribute called comfort. And the more comfortable your house is, the better your rest regeneration will be. In addition to building a house and gaining rest faster for being logged out in the house, if you need rest right away, you can buy recovery potions from the store. Overall, our goals for this system are really to just make the game more rewarding. We hope that by introducing these changes, we can balance drop rates a lot better. We can introduce more value for houses and make the game overall a more enjoyable experience. We're introducing a revamped system for item infusion. This system, instead of just allowing you to say yes or no for infusion, allows you to incrementally add mana to infuse an item and see directly in the UI what that infusion will do. You can see the chances of getting tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 affixes. You can see how the infusion is affecting the stat range on the item. We hope that this change allows players to better see how infusion will affect the results of their crafting. Finally, we're revamping the temple sacrifice system. We've gotten a lot of feedback from players that it's too challenging to do bulk sacrifices, that it's too confusing to manage inventory with the current sacrifice system. And as a result, we're completely overhauling the UI. Now the UI will work closer to a normal inventory where you'll be able to browse and filter your items. You'll be able to select the items that you want to sacrifice and sacrifice in bulk. And after you've selected all the items that you want to sacrifice, you'll be able to sacrifice and get the mana rewards for that. This is much closer to what you would see in a World of Warcraft when you're selling items in bulk to a vendor. And we hope that it streamlines the process overall. We're also hoping to make rewards a lot more engaging for the temple sacrifice system. First, we're introducing a global bonus to sacrificing. So what this means is that during certain times that you're playing, there'll be a global bonus, say 50%, 100% to the rewards that you get from sacrificing in the temple during that time period. Second, we're introducing dynamic rewards specifically for items. So what that means is that sometimes an item that is not being sacrificed a lot will start to receive a bonus for the rewards for sacrificing it. We hope that this change makes the game of sacrificing a bit more interesting, where you're not always sacrificing the same item, but instead you have to look throughout the world for items that at that moment in time give better rewards for sacrificing. All of these changes were made based on the feedback from players, with the goal of creating a more rewarding and engaging game that is sustainable for the long term. Because of your feedback, we've adjusted our roadmap. We've moved features like PvP up, and we'll continue to listen to your feedback in the future to make further adjustments. Thank you for joining us during Early Access. We're building this game together, and we look forward to your continued support as we build towards a successful 1.0 release.
So, we've covered PvP, arenas and coliseums, pixel integration, guilds, quests, new systems, and improvements to the onboarding experience. But there's still more.
Here's Bearsnake, Chief Operations Officer and co-founder of Magic Machine, to give us a look at the rest of our roadmap.
Hey everyone, wanted to give you a look at what's coming to the game in 2025 and what's ahead in 2026. Okay, in Q3, we're introducing Arcane Vaults. These vaults are combat challenges filled with waves of monsters and a chance to earn very rare loot. You'll also be able to earn your own vaults, placing creatures you've collected to challenge other players and earn quanta when they take your creation. We're also rolling out the Summon system, which lets you bring allies like mercenaries and familiars into battle. Oh, you'll love this. We're launching an in-game marketplace too, so you can buy and sell items using mana without leaving the game. We're also adding a title system so you can unlock and display titles like Founder or Archmage to mark your achievements. And as always, there'll be new regions, dungeons, delves, monsters, and spells to discover. Q4 expands on all of that with some bigger systems. We're adding world bosses, including encounters with the Chimera and Gigas Chad for wizards to take on together. Dungeon matching will help you find a party for the content you want to run, and ranked PvP matchmaking is coming for those who enjoy more competitive play. We're also expanding NFT integration, so if you've collected souls, ponies, or items from the Athenaeum, you'll be able to use them in a more meaningful way, like decorating in your home. As for 2026, we want to hear from you, the players. Your feedback will shape what we build next, so if there's something special you're excited to see, we're listening. All right, Barry out.
There are just a few more reveals left before the end of our show. But before we share them, we want to say thank you to our players for your passion and feedback, which are the lifeblood of the Runiverse.
To the cult and the entire Forgotten Runes community, your creativity and lore have laid the foundation for everything we're building.
To Magic Machine for dreaming up this world and guiding its evolution.
To Ronin for powering the Runiverse with speed and scalability.
To the Bisonic development team, whose hard work and dedication bring this vision to life every single day.
And of course, to everyone watching.
That brings us to the end of our pre-recorded segment. But now we're going live. It's time for the Mega Mana Draw. One of you is winning 250,000 mana.
So be sure to type !mana into the Twitch chat to enter if you haven't already. And don't forget, we're also giving away 5 settlement land plots on our social media.
You have a few more seconds left to enter the draw by posting on X with #Runiverse Direct.
And that's not all. We'll also be announcing the release date for our PvP update. Stay tuned and equip your best builds for the Forgotten Runiverse Guild Wars.
You guys, I'm seeing all of your excitement in chat. It is warming my heart. BRH more rays. Hi, Brennan twitching. Oh, good. You guys have your bananas in. Hi, my Lady Lee. Hugo and I are here to go through everything Matto and I said we'd be covering. How did you enjoy it, Hugo? Was that your first time seeing yourself in a broadcast?
Yeah, it was. Can't say I think I prefer behind the camera, but it's a special occasion, and that was a lot. There was so much information packed into like what 25-ish minutes. But it's amazing seeing so much positivity right out of the gate. Couldn't be happier. 230 people on Twitch alone. I don't know about the other channels, but thank you everyone so much for joining us. Yeah, I mean, I guess the one big question is like, we didn't say the date, Helen.
We didn't say the date, but hold on, Hugo. I can't lead with that. First, we have to go over prizes and what's happening with that city plot we talked about a bit. We
Right.
have our
Good question.
guilds battle on the way, and a city plot is part of it. But that city plot exists right now, and it needs to go into good hands. So we have two prominent community members, content creators, Chuck Fresco and Gavorla, who have been amazing. Chuck Fresco has created a leveling guide, community streams. He's always helping out. And Gavorla, I mean, if you're watching, you've probably seen Gavorla's database full of enemy stats, drop rates, gear, spells, cosmetics, resources. There's a map that's been huge. And now we have another map in our game that, honestly, Gavorla, you've been a great guide for. So we just love these people. So they are going to get the delegation of our city plot for a month, which means they get all the resources it generates, and they're going to take great care of it for whichever guild wins. Ooh, how exciting.
Yeah, that's I couldn't think of, a better reward for these two incredible builders, and to be able to get I think the very first city for a month. Of course, Bisonic will be sponsoring the building costs for the city. We don't expect that pressure. And yeah, they'll have that. Make sure it's up and running before the first tournament guild gets to take over delegation for the following month after. So, huge thank you for all the contributions since the beginning of early access to both Chuck and to Gavorla. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. But
it's become a meme, Gavorla. At Bisonic, we pronounce it
everyone says your name different. Yes, but huge thank you. We hope that this is something that makes you guys happy, and internally, we couldn't be more thankful for having people building. And there's so many other builders as well that we will find other ways to thank in addition to this. But we wanted to do something to start off the city right in game, and this felt right.
Absolutely. And speaking of those other creators, we want to remind you all that if you want to be a part of our creator program, you totally can be. Go for it. You don't need to apply or anything. You can just go get a referral link and join in. We give our creators 10% back on all the purchases made by their community. So if you want full details about that, if you're in Twitch chat right now, you can do !creator and it'll pull up a link. Or if you go into the Forgotten Runiverse game, you can just check it out on the character selection screen and pull up a link there. Okay, you know what time it is, Hugo?
Oh, tell me.
It's time for the Mega Mana Draw.
Cool. I think this is going to excite some people.
We have 200, just shy of 200 entries here, so pressure's on for Nightbot. Here we go. The winner is Greenest Knight. Greenest Knight, you would have just gotten a ping.
Congratulations.
Nightbot's got your back. Greenest Knight, if you would message the Twitch channel you're watching, let us know either your email address or the wallet address you use to play Forgotten Runiverse, and we are going to send 250,000 mana straight to you. What do you think? Is Greenest Knight a green wizard, or are they a red wizard?
I hope so. That would make the name so clutch.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I was hoping I was going to win, but I feel like this is the next best option.
I understand. Yeah, Greenest Knight's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right,
congratulations.
And that's huge congrats. We also have 5 settlements to give away to thank all of you who were posting and hyping everything up on X. So I'm just going to read your names out here. The list has been sent my way. We have Fajar_167. We have Ben Crypto. Ben,
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 Ben, Ben, Ben, Ben, Ismaro666, ooh, J, and Choco _INJ. Finally, Ziansama06. So those 5 people on X, our team will be reaching out to you directly to get you hooked up with your settlement. So you don't need to message us. That's just for Twitch. We will be coming to you. Congratulations, and thank you
Huge
to everyone for your
congrats.
wonderful posts. We're going to be, we'll be highlighting some of them later, I think, because there were really nice things. Lots of hype about the map, I have to say.
Yeah,
nice.
it looks amazing. The dev team has done so much work. They've been heads down. It almost feels like an entirely new game that this update's gonna bring.
Well, it's the 1.0 moment. Early access, guys. We're sunsetting a chapter, to mix my metaphors, and we're entering a new one. All right, Hugo.
All
As you
right,
teased earlier, there's only one thing left to do.
the date. Do we want to hear the date, or do we just want to turn off the stream? I don't know.
I don't know, you guys. What do you want? What do you want to do?
We could
Okay,
do.
well,
Yeah, okay.
Steezy is saying that they want the date, and so's iSteak42, Chuck Fresco, so many. So,
All right.
Hugo, do you want to do the honors while we reveal some key art here?
I would love to do the honors. So, Runiverse Direct, everything you just saw except for the roadmap scenario. Guild Wars, the update, is launching tomorrow at around 4 p.m. Eastern. It should be live, but everything you just saw will be live tomorrow.
I'm so freaking excited. Tomorrow, I will see you all in game. Get your guilds ready. It's time for that guild you've been talking about since beta. Let's go.
Exactly. This is huge.
Oh, so many people excited in chat. S2X made. So excited. Well,
awesome.
We better go get that update ready, Hugo. What do you say?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. For anyone who has some friends who wasn't able to tune into the show, this will be recorded and live forever on the internet. We'll also be posting a recap. We'll be updating our live paper in a few days to reflect all of this wonderful new stuff. Again, thank you so much to, of course, the devs, Magic Machine, Ronan, the viewers, all of you here, the entire cult. There's too many people to thank, but we are truly building early access. So much of your feedback has gone into this. I can't wait for this update to go live. I'm a big PvP nerd, so we'll have to build a team and take on the world here.
See you in the arena, Hugo, and all of you. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
See
Thank you.